Hey everybody, this is Tyler with Mountaineer Journey, and we're going to learn how to tie our hiking boots in less than 1 minute, okay? So most boots you're going to do your normal crisscross pattern all the way up to the boot. However, there's some problems with this. Some people will notice that the boot is slipping on their heel, especially when they're walking up the hill. And one of the ways around that, which is the first knot we'll learn, is the surgeon's knot, okay? So what you'll want to do is take your laces here. You want to note where your foot is slipping in the boot, whether it's here or up here. Usually here it's in the mid-substance of the boot. So for a surgeon's knot, what you want to do is cross your laces. You're going to take your thumb and your index finger, and you're going to pull through and have your thumb pull through again. Same thing here. Take your index finger, pull through, and then you're going to cinch that down. That's a surgeon's knot. And then what you'll do is you'll do your normal crisscross pattern up the boot. So let's do it again slowly together. So you want to cross your laces, and then I am left hand dominant, so you have your laces crossed here. So you want to pinch it with your thumb and your index finger. What you're going to do is feed the lace to your thumb. You can grab it with the outside of your thumb and pull that through. You're going to do this twice, like I said before. Pinch, you're going to push it through and grab with the back of your thumb. I'm slipping a little bit here, and pull through. So that's a surgeon's knot there. And you're going to cinch that down. See how that's nice and tightly cinched? That's really going to hold some pressure on the top of your foot to prevent that slipping in the back. Now, one problem people run into, and of course you would just do a crisscross pattern after that. One other problem people run into is the surgeon's knot happens to be too tight for them. It's pressing down on their foot too much. It causes some numbness, some discomfort when they're walking. So one way around that is the overhand knot, which is the same thing as the surgeon's, but it's just one knot. So what you do is you crisscross. You have your laces, so you want to pinch with your index and your thumb. You're going to take your index and feed it to your thumb, and you're going to pull with your thumb out. See how I'm taking the back of my thumb and pulling out? And you really want to cinch that down by pulling in opposite directions, like this. And that really cinches it down. And like I said, you would take this right here and do a crisscross pattern all the way up your boot. Just like this. In some areas, you may notice you need 2 surgeon's knots or 2 overhand knots based on how much your foot is slipping. The next knot we're going to learn is when your boot happens to be too tight in an area, meaning it's causing too much pressure on the top of your foot when you're hiking. So people can get some numbness at the top of their foot or some pain associated when they're hiking. This is called window lacing, or box lacing they'll call it. So what you'll do is you'll do your normal crisscross pattern to start. You'll take either lace, and what you're going to do instead of crisscrossing, you're going to go vertically for one. So you're going to go vertically here, pull that through. Sorry, my laces are a little bit long. You're going to pull that through, and then see how it's vertical here, and then you want to do your normal crisscross pattern. Pull that through. And pull that through. So you'll see you'll have this relief at the dorsum or the top of your foot right here, and you can normally crisscross the rest of the way up. The last one is called toe relief lacing, which actually isn't a knot at all. What it is you're going to start with your lacing in the second rung instead of the first. This is when there's too much pressure on the top of the feet. Again, numbness, pain when walking. A lot of people will feel like their toes are very constricted when they're doing this. So what you'll do is you will start on the second rung. And what you want to do is make sure your laces are even and hold them up to each other when you're doing this, or else you're going to end up with uneven laces. And start on your second rung here. Make sure you pull them up to your face and make sure your laces are even. And then what you'll do is your normal crisscross pattern the rest of the way up the boot. And that's about it. That's how to lace your hiking boot in less than 1 minute with some modifications. Please like the video, subscribe,